Hey there, welcome to my channel and Happy New Year. My name is Daniela and I'm starting off this year with a Pan That palette. um, this palette is, I chose it because I really wanted to pan it, but it does fit the Fantastic Ladies theme this year, so I'm including that project in this. So the theme for the Fantastic Ladies that was chosen is Old Faithful. It's a pretty open-ended theme. It's pretty much a palette that's been in your collection for a bit. Like, it's an older palette, doesn't necessarily mean the oldest, and it's one that you love, that you really like, and you want to get some use out of it. So the palette I chose was the Strobe, or it's now known as Shroud Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette. And this palette, it's not my oldest, but it's almost there. So of my intact palettes, pretty much palettes that I don't have just like one or two shadows left, they're all, the ones that are left are all kind of around 6 years old. So this isn't like officially the oldest, but it's still up there. And it looks like this. It's a pastel palette. So yeah, it's colorful. But I kind of wanted to try this because I've never tried a colorful palette as a Pan That palette. I'm not someone who finishes eyeshadows easily. You know, maybe like lid setting shades, I'll do that. Even though I haven't really done that recently, because where I moved to here, it's on the dry side, so a lot of times I don't even set my my eye primer. But yeah, so I don't think I would finish any of these, and I am also light-handed, so I don't use a lot of product at a time. So yeah, like, and I also try to use up any kick up, so I don't like to kind of like make a mess, and then I don't get rid of any excess, but also just, yeah, I also don't wear eye makeup all the time, but I wanted to do something to have fun. Last year I did more neutrals, and I just find I'm just kind of bored by them. Like, to work, I just don't wear eyeshadow, so I don't really see a point. And then, like, I'm working remote now. Like, it's mostly remote. Like, there'll be like 4 days max, or pretty much 2 days max, meeting up with coworkers per month. So those days I just don't wear eye makeup. I mostly just don't wear makeup to work. I do pretty light bases anyways for work, like my normal makeup, so between that and like no makeup, it's not too different. But yeah, so since I'm working remote, and most of the time we don't have our video on, and if we do, it'd be for meetings that I would know, when they are. So anyways, it's not often, so I think I'd have more liberty to wear colorful eye makeup. So yeah, I kind of want to have fun. This is like a very more like open-ended, simple, colorful palette in terms of, because there's no shimmers, and we have almost the rainbow, but not fully. There's shadows I really like the tones of, and I do enjoy pastels because they're more approachable. So that's why I went with it. So for the palette, because I know I'm not someone who finishes eyeshadows easily, and even last year I struggled with hitting pans. So for this year, I have two ways that I would sort of roll this palette out. Either I hit half of the pans, I hit pan in half of the pans, which is a style that I saw from Cruelty Free Panner. I really enjoy watching her videos, and there's a series she does where she's trying to hit half the pans in all of her palettes. She has tons of pans already, and I'm not trying to go like super hard on that because I still have to hit at least a pan in every palette first before I even get to that point. But just with my Panna palette, I wanted to try that. Or the other way to roll it out would be to use every single shadow 25 times. I'm not even sure if that's enough to hit pan in some of these. Definitely not the black. This black is actually something I've probably used the most in this palette. Is great eyeliner. Don't need a ton, but it's super pigmented and doesn't smudge. So it's not like the best for like easily deepening the outside, but it does work great as an eyeliner. I'll show the dips. So if you can see here, they all have wear, and like this guy's really hard to see, it's very small. They all have wear. Probably this purple has the most, because I was trying to hit pan in the 50 Shades of Purple many years ago. I didn't get to that. It still took many uses to even get this big dip. But yeah. And then it is a really great pastel palette because like the base for all these shadows is their true color. It's not like with a lot of other pastel palettes that will have like a white base, or you know, they're just like very light and they're hard to build up. Like these guys, you can build up, you can make them more transparent, diffused, you know, and they pair really well with other shadows. So this is a palette that, like, if you know, I'm really liking it, and you know, maybe like it starts going bad or something, it is a palette that at one point I would want to repurchase because I do really enjoy it. So yeah, those goals could take me the entire year. We'll have to see. But if, let's say, I can hit, you know, one of the goals, I'll see then what I want to do, like if I want to keep working on it or not. But if I want to roll it out, then I was thinking I would just roll in another palette that matches the theme. And I do have some ideas in mind. So they'd probably be older palettes that I really enjoy and want to get more use out of. But we'll see. We'll see about that when we get there. So let me see. It's a bit easier to see for me. So we've got this gray Tombstone. It's like, I'd say it's really a true gray. I need more blue leaning than this, and it doesn't work well with my skin tone. I have it today in the outside half. Then we have Planchette. This guy's actually one of the lighter shades in this palette. It's a light purple. And then we have Creep It Real. This is a nice, it's actually pretty bright teal. And we have Cold Shoulder, which is a very nice true blue. It's also still bright. Then Strawberry Milk. This is a nice, easy to wear pink. It looks a bit more peachy here, but Yeah, it's just a lighter pink. Kind of looks a bit more truer on my eyelid. It's in the inner half. And then we have Take a Hint, also a nice brighter green. And then Void I'm not going to swatch because it's just a true black, really. And then we have Third Eye, which is another nice orange. So for these guys, I'm thinking that I'm gonna focus mostly on these two this month. The shadows I would go for most this month. I'll definitely try other combinations, like, you know, like a blue with a white for that nice icy look, that sort of thing. But yeah, this will be my main focus. And I also want to show kind of another idea I have for this palette. I have this little grid on the back of my palette, kind of gives me inspiration. So pretty much, I don't know what to do. I can just be like, let's just do, you know, one of these two colors. So through this project, I want to try and get through using every combination of the shadows, not including the black. So I've done two. One I did like a month ago, and the other one is today. So yeah, the pink on the inside, gray on the outside, a shimmer in the middle. Also use the gray on the lower lash. And then, you know, if I do them again, then trying to do like a different type of look, you know, like not just one on the inside, one on the outside, like maybe like a halo or something. So yeah. So having like a colorful palette, I'm hoping inspires me a bit more, because especially with the neutral, I was feeling pretty uninspired. And just in general lately, I hadn't been wearing a lot of makeup. So I kind of want to get into it so that at least I can be using my collection. I'm gonna be doing a video about it soon, but I'll just say now, like I'm doing a no buy year. I already started a few days ago, but officially saying it now, and I'll go into the details more in a few days. And pretty much it's, you know, I have a bunch of makeup that I haven't been using much, you know, like I'm not wearing makeup as much. So I just gotta make sure like I'm using what I have and not look at what's new to buy. Like last year I was actually pretty uninspired by what was coming out. So it kind of helps for the no buy. Like I wasn't feeling like, oh, I gotta go and get that, you know, like kind of right now I'm just feeling like, oh, maybe, you know, if I'm really liking this, at one point it goes bad, then I'll repurchase it. But yeah, so I'll talk more about that in a later video. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching this intro. I'm hoping it's a successful one, and that I have fun with it. And I really love this time of year for the makeup community, because I get to see all the progress people did for the end of the year, and then getting to see what everyone's starting to work on. So I kind of find it one of the most fun times of the year for makeup videos and such, so and Instagram. Yeah, so I'll have all the details down below in my Instagram, and I'll have more pictures. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you follow along on this Pan That Palette journey, and yeah, have a happy new year.